I'm not, I'm just waiting.
I'm just waiting. You're taking mine.
So just start off, tell us about what you're looking forward to for seeing Coda for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, my teammate Alex has loads and loads of experience there, so I have to, work my way through it. I have never seen the track. I've done a little bit of simulator time. So we're going to be working with track familiarization just to get going, and it looks like a great racetrack. It's one that I've been watching for a while, thinking, man, why have I?
Guys that come in that, like Fernando was a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
or Townsend.
I mean, we always run a lot of cars at Indy. I'm used to that. Been in Andretti Autosport for quite a long time now, so I'm used to running a lot of cars at Indy and been working with new teammates. I think I've had like 39 teammates since I've been at Andretti Autosport, so it's interesting. McCartney will be a seamless transition into the team. I'm good friends with him already, and he's friends with the other guys as well. So it'll be fun. We'll try and go to work and make sure that we're qualifying up front, running up front the whole race.
Compare what it took with the old car, which was pretty planted to the ground, to the last year's car. What it took to hang it all out and qualifying in Indy. How did it differ between the two cars?
It differed, quite a bit. It was more of a balance issue for us. It wasn't really like the car was overall light. It was just trying to get the front to work at the right time. That was alone when you trim the car, and that was in traffic when you're running with downforce. It was more about the balance than it was about the car being lighter overall. You could get super aggressive with the aero settings on the car, put the car down on the grass basically in traffic, and it still wouldn't complete the corner. So that was the major issue, was a balance situation. Hopefully Firestone has done some good work there, and we're bringing in some little bits and pieces to put on the car, but hopefully we have a better balance this year. That'll make the show much better.
How many lifetimes ago does it seem like when you got your first victory in kart?
In kart?
Yeah.
Surfers Paradise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
that
these guys are
03.
giving me a hard time at, what were we at Laguna, talking about 03, 04.
03?
Most recent race winner, bitch. It feels like it's such a long time ago. I don't even remember the nuances of Laguna Seca. The last time we were there was 04. I don't remember it. That's how long ago it was, but it's been a great run. And I did have some big valleys in there though. I didn't race at all in 06. I didn't race at all for most of 07 until Bobby gave me threw out the life jacket and saved me from basically drowning there towards the end of 07. So yeah, it's been an awesome run. Still a lot of work to do, and I feel better than ever. So ready to go.
And what about that night at Milwaukee where you?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was, my current engineer Ray Gosselin still gives me a hard time because I tell him that's the best car I've ever driven. But it was awesome running circles around even some of the best, Bourdais, Carpentier, Tracy, and these guys who are oval meisters to lap the whole field was pretty cool.
But in 07, that was the year before unification, and arguably both series were probably at a valley at that point.
Yeah,
Now look at what the
It's
series
come a
has the
long way.
potential to do.
It's come a long way, I was talking to somebody in the hallway about it. When I graduated out of go-karts, I came into it, that was at the heyday of kart. It was bigger than NASCAR, basically. And right as I came out of karts, the bottom fell out of the whole thing. And I spent all those years climbing the ladder as everything was just falling apart. And finally now, it's really great to see the momentum. There's so much momentum in this sport. The class of the drivers, the competition, the caliber of the teams, the exposure, the media exposure, the packages we're putting together, the support from sponsors. It's pretty awesome to see this sport where it should be.
With you having 0 laps on Coda, Alexander having quite a few
Oh, yeah.
more,
Gotta
are you sure you can
show
trust
up.
this guy? Yeah, are you sure you can trust this guy and any advice he's giving you?
No, I'm not sure I can trust him, but
Careful now.
no, we work well together, and I'll be asking him a lot of questions about it, and I'll be looking through the data, and it'll be a work in progress. But we have 2 days here, and we're coming back, for the race weekend, so I'll be able to figure it out. It's definitely a unique place where it's a combination of corners that you really need to get right. So It'll be fun to actually work on the driving aspect of it, not just all set up all the time.
Even before it was announced, has curiosity made you drive this on a simulator in the past before?
I hadn't driven it on a simulator until last week. I just don't. I only drive in the simulator that I have to for the team,
Okay.
and they don't have that model. So I drove on one down in Miami, but I've always wanted to drive a Coda. The place looks beautiful. It's like it's like racing heaven here. And then I've never been on track, so it's fun to be here and get a shot at it.
Looking at the relative strengths of Honda and Chevy, in terms of torque out of corners for Honda and maybe grade the top end for Chevy, which do you think Coda's going to suit?
We don't know what either team, either has, what their winter, progress has resulted in. We really don't know. From last year, I would say Honda would have the upper edge to it. Who's this guy?
But you have to say that, right?
When you come here, you're gonna do 2 days of practice testing, but you don't have a chance to walk the track to get familiar with it?
I think we can get around it tonight.
Yeah, that's the only option to get started
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, really, I look at it on video and just get me in the car and get me out there and sort it out. That's basically what we have to do. But yeah, to answer your question, David, I don't know. I mean, and we don't know where the homework's gone over the off season, but from last year, I would think Honda would have it just because of the short, tight technical sections, putting power down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the year to get on track for sure.
Anything else for Ryan?
The F1 guys, we've heard the first thing they want to make sure they've got in place is the espresso machines, the coffee makers. I imagine things are a little different with you guys. Like, what's the first thing you guys are looking for to make sure is in place when you get to a new track? If that makes sense.
I don't know. Espresso machine sounds good though. He's got that nailed. He's an F1 guy though. So. Yeah, I just bring in my coffee from the hotel and hope it lasts long enough. I don't know. I think just getting to a new track, you just want to make sure you got your bearings and that you want to get out there. And I don't know. The team makes it pretty easy for us. We just get in the car and we're in our environment that's natural to us. So as long as everything's straightforward in that regard.
Just kind of a throwaway.
I don't really have any. Yeah, I don't have any weird, quirky things that I need at a racetrack. Other than a suit and a helmet, and some shoes. That's about it.
Nice shoes then, huh?
Yes, thank you.
All right, with that, we'll excuse Ryan.
All right.